So this is Jax. Hi, baby. This is my big fluffy teddy bear. So let's start from the beginning. From the top, baby. Animals out. Let's read our questions again. So, my pet's name is Jax. He is 4 months old. His birthday is September 25th. You gonna sit with me? So he is a baby. He's very much a puppy, and everything that they say about puppies being just like newborn babies, that's pretty much accurate. Hey, 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 hey. His breed, Jax, is what I have been calling a Pomklee. His dad is a Pomsky and his mom is an Alaskan Cleecot. I'll insert a picture of his mom here and his dad here. I purchased him from a breeder. So I wanted a dog for a really, really long time. I did tons of research about breeds and prices and how to care for one, because this is my first dog that I am the sole owner for. I've had family dogs in the past, but this dog is 100% my responsibility, financially, all the way around, and this is a first for me. Bringing him home, I was so anxious that I like wanted to pass out. He's being weird. I'll insert some video clips of that here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, baby. He's so cute.
She howls too. When she gets lonely, she'll sit back there and howl.
Oh my god. Hi, Stinka. You do stink though. Hi, Stinka.
You need a bath.
Oh my god. Are you a little scared? Like that? You don't like that? You don't like that? Aw. I know. I'm your new mommy. Yes, I'm your new mommy. Hi. Oh my god.
He responds to Jax.
Jax. Hi.
He's very cute.
He is cute.
He was delivered to me. Are you done? And I'm gonna be 100% honest. The first couple of days that I had the dog, I was crying non-stop because I was completely overwhelmed. I had like remorse. I was wondering if bringing him home was a mistake. A lot of people warned me and told me not to get a dog. I had, you know, I started having feelings like, oh my god, I can't do this. And it has gotten better. The first day I brought him home, within the first hour of him being in my house, he pooped on the floor, peed on the floor, and threw up. So I was like, oh my god. Literally, within the first hour of being at the house, I had a puppy pad down and all of that, and he just let it all loose. The first night was the absolute worst by far. Just even thinking about it now is stressful. And when I brought him home, I had basically overdone it with research. I had read every article. I was reading books and binge watching YouTube videos about bringing home a new puppy, how to train a new puppy, how to connect with your puppy, you know, how basic communication skills. I had all of the warnings about how rough the first night home would be, and I still cried and cried and cried. So I have a crate for Jax, And on night number 1, I put him in his crate and he cried and cried and cried and howled at the top of his lungs. Every single thing that I read is to never let them out of the crate when they're crying or barking or anything like that, because obviously they'll think that every time they bark or cry or whimper or whatever, they'll get out of the crate. So I'm trying to ignore him. Adrian and I go to bed and the howling just persisted. He's biting the cage and violently shaking the cage and protesting on all ends. And it goes on for hours and hours and hours. And I'm thinking to myself, he has to tire himself out eventually. And it just persisted for so long, to the point where I'm starting to have anxiety about it. I'm in tears. I live in a high-rise apartment building. So I'm thinking I have neighbors. It's now midnight. He's yelling. I'm disturbing the people around me. I'm crying like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? So I reached out to a friend of mine named Brittany. She basically said to me, puppies are like babies and you can basically rub them to sleep and they will fall asleep. So she told me to go out to the crate, not take him out of the crate, but rub him until he falls asleep in the crate and then try to close the crate and sneak away. So I went out, I tried to rub him to sleep. He would fall asleep, but he's such a light sleeper. So anytime I would try to close the cage and walk away, he would hop up like, where you going? And start the crying again. So the only way that I could get through night 1 was I literally put down pillows on the floor and slept next to the crate on my living room floor. I'm like, oh no, I cannot do this every night. Maybe this was a mistake. You know, everybody who told me not to get a dog was right. That's where I was at mentally. It has gotten better every single day, and I've had a mindset that I was refusing to give up on this. I knew it was going to be hard, but I wasn't prepared for everything that I read to just completely be like not effective. Everything I read said that dogs would be treat motivated. This dog is very particular about what treats he likes. I have bought 2 different kinds of treats. I bought little tiny training treats. He wouldn't eat them. I would try to reward him for going to the bathroom outside. He didn't like the treats that I bought. And I was like, I got the only dog on the planet that doesn't like treats. Okay. So I had to switch cameras because my other camera kept overheating. But what I was saying, because I was so traumatized from night 1 with having him home, I no longer put him in the crate at night. I hate to say that I gave up on crate training because I haven't really. His crate is there, his crate is open, and he has toys in there, and he kind of goes in there on his own sometimes and just sits down. The problem is he has separation anxiety, so he doesn't like to be left alone. He'll go in his crate and he'll sit in his crate as long as like somebody's in the room with him. And we get like minimal protesting. He'll maybe bark a little bit when he wants to get out. But as far as howling and biting at the cage, he literally broke one of his teeth biting the cage trying to get out. And I was just over it. At night, I just let him sleep on the floor. He likes to sleep in my living room. I have a glass table in my living room, and I think because it's cool and elevated, he likes to lay at the bottom of my glass table, which I'm okay with that. If he's quiet and he's not tearing up my house, I'm okay with that. I'll insert a little clip of him sleeping here. Jax. Jax. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Good morning. He is teething. So I have had an issue with him starting to chew things. I pretty much did I thought I did a good job of puppy proofing before he got home. I try not to leave anything of importance where he can get to it, because he does chew up shoes. If you let him, he'll pretty much chew anything that's left in his path. I brought bitter apple spray and bitter lime spray that I've been using on certain things, and I can't really say that's been effective. He still chews at things, but he is teething, so I'm cutting him a little slack. You know, I'm hoping that he'll grow out of all of the negative behaviors that he has. Another challenge that I faced with Jax is that, you know, I had to introduce him to Atticus. Atticus is very much my first love, my first child. And that has been a challenge.
This is Atticus. And this is the dog.
You see him?
This is scary.
Here. Atticus. Atticus. Okay. Everyone always wants to ask me, you know, do they get along? And the answer is no. I mean, Jax gets very excited when he sees the cat. He wants to run up to the cat and sniff his butt and you know, run around, and that is overwhelming for Atticus. So Atticus hisses and swats at him and growls and runs away. But the truth is, when Jax is calm and distracted from the cat, Atticus is cool as a cucumber. He'll come out here and sit. The first day I had them home, Atticus was out here. They were napping together. It's only when Jax gets too excited that Atticus gets into like defense mode. So how I've been handling it is my room is a cat safe zone. So Jax is not allowed in my bedroom. That is Atticus territory. That's his safe haven. And I have a baby gate up on my door. So Atticus can come and go as he pleases. If he wants to socialize, he can come out and be with the dog. If the dog gets a little bit too overwhelming, Atticus can retreat to my bedroom. Hi, my children. Can you be nice? You guys have to work on getting along.
You have to try.
At this point, Jax knows the command sit. I'd say he does it about 8 out of 10 times, especially if there are treats involved. Hey, look at me. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. And so we found treats that work for him now. I've continued to try things. He likes Cheerios, so that's good. That's a quick like training treat that I can give him. So things have gotten better because I've started to get to know him. He started to get to know me. And we've established some sort of routine. If you have any questions for me about Jax, please leave them down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. I hope this video was informative. Hey, what's on ya? What's on ya? What's on you? Jax, oh my goodness. Stop. Can you stop? Do you mind? Jax! That's enough. Say bye. Say bye. Oh my God.